Hello children, my name is Kanak Rupani. I am going to teach you lesson 3, The Open Window. Now let me introduce you. The story is written by Saki. Saki is the pen name of the British writer Hector Munro, also known as H. H. Munro. He is well known for his funny yet often creepy stories. He is considered a master of the short story and is often compared to O. Henry, an American short story writer who lived around the same time. Saki's short story, The Open Window, tells us the tale of Mr. Frampton Nuttall, who, on the advice of his doctor, travels to a village to effect a cure for his nervous condition. Nuttall's sister has previously lived in the area and provides him with a letter of introduction to present to the proprietor, Mrs. Sapleton. Now, read the story. My aunt will be down presently, Mr. Nuttall, said a very self possessed young lady of 15. In the meantime, you must try and put up with me. Self possessed means confident. Frampton Nuttall endeavoured means tried, to say the correct something which should duly flatter the knees of the moment without unduly discounting. Discounting means disregarding the aunt that was to come. Privately, he doubted more than ever whether these formal visits on a succession of total strangers would do much towards helping the nerve cure which he was supposed to be undergoing. I know how it will be, his sisters had said when he was preparing to migrate to this rural retreat. You will bury yourself down there and not speak to a living soul, and your nerves will be worse than ever from mopping. Mopping means thinking gloomily and feeling unhappy. I shall just give you the letters of introduction to all the people I know there. Some of them, as far as I can remember, were quite nice. Frampton wondered whether Mrs. Sapleton, the lady to whom he was presenting one of the letters of introduction, came into the nice division. Do you know many of the people round here? Asked the niece, when she judged that they had sufficient silent communion. Hardly a soul, said Frampton. My sister was staying here at the rectory. Rectory means a house in which the minister of a parish lives. You know, some 4 years ago, and she gave me letters of introduction to some of the people here. He made at last the statement in a tone of distinct regret. Then you know practically nothing about my aunt, pursued the self possessed young lady. Frampton Nuttall is a single man in a new town. His sister has arranged for him to meet several of her acquaintances to prevent him from becoming lonely there. On one such visit, Vera, the 15-year-old niece of Frampton's latest host, Mrs. Sapleton, invites him to sit and wait with her while her aunt readies. As he waits, Frampton anxiously thinks about an appropriate way to compliment the young girl while reserving the highest flattery for her aunt. However, before he can decide what to say, Vera breaks the silence and asks Frampton whether he knows many people in town. फ्रैम्पटन नटल जो है वो सफ़र कर रहे थे नर्वस डिसऑर्डर से और उनको कोई चिंता थी, तो इसीलिए वो कुछ दिन इस विलेज में रहने आए थे और उनकी बहन को पता था कि फ्रैम्पटन जो है कुछ कम लोगों से मिलेंगे और ही वुड फील लोनली और उनको अकेलापन लगेगा, हिज कंडीशन वुड ग्रो वर्स। इसीलिए उसने लेटर्स ऑफ इंट्रोडक्शन दिए थे, लोगों का इंट्रोडक्शन दिया था और उसमें मिसेस सैपलेटन को भी एड्रेस किया था। वीरा ब्रेक्स द साइलेंस एंड आस्क्स फ्रैम्पटन वेदर ही नोज मैनी पीपल इन टाउन। अब वीरा जो है फ्रैम्पटन से पूछती है कि क्या वो टाउन में कुछ लोगों को जानता है? He admits to being a newcomer who knows hardly a soul and explains with a note of exhaustion that he is in the process of visiting all the contacts his sister made in the town 4 years ago when she worked at the rectory. When Veera asks how well he knows for her aunt, he confesses that he doesn't know much about her besides her address and name. After answering Frampton wonders to himself whether Mrs. Sapleton is married and he notes signs of masculine habitation in the room. जब वीरा पूछती है कि आप कितने लोगों को जानते हैं तो वो कहता है कि वो किसी को भी नहीं जानता है और उसकी सिस्टर ने उसे कुछ कॉन्टैक्ट्स दिए हैं जब वो यहाँ पर रेक्ट्री पे काम कर रही थी कुछ 4 साल पहले. अब वीरा आस्क हर हाउ वेल ही नोज़ हर आंट. अब वीरा पूछती है वो आंट के बारे में कितना जानता है तो वो कहता है मुझे खाली उसकी एड्रेस और नाम पता है. Only her name and address, admitted the caller. He was wondering whether Mrs. Sapleton was in the married or widowed state, and an undefinable something about the room seemed to suggest masculine habitation. Undefinable means not capable of being precisely described. After answering, Frampton wonders to himself whether Mrs. Sapleton is married and he notes signs of masculine habitation in the room. Masculine habitation. The room seemed to suggest that there lived some male persons there. Her great tragedy happened just 3 years ago, said the child. That would be since your sister's time. Her tragedy, asked Frampton. Somehow, in this restful country, spot tragedies seemed out of place. You may wonder why we keep that window wide open on an October afternoon, said the niece, indicating a large French window that opened onto a lawn. After determining that her aunt is a virtual stranger to Frampton, Vera decides to inform him of her aunt's great tragedy, which she states occurred 3 years ago, shortly after Frampton's sister left the town. Frampton cannot imagine tragedy striking such a calm country town, but nevertheless listens intently to Vera's story. Vera points to a large open French style window in the room and remarks how odd it is to keep it open on such a warm October afternoon. Curious, Frampton asks whether the window relates at all to the tragedy. It is quite warm for the time of the year, said Frampton, but has that window got anything to do with the tragedy? Out through that window 3 years ago, to a day, her husband and her 2 young brothers went off for their day's shooting. They never came back. In crossing the moor to their favorite snipe shooting ground, they were all three engulfed in a treacherous piece of bog. It had been that dreadful wet summer, and places that were safe in other years gave way suddenly without warning. Their bodies were never recovered. That was the dreadful part of it. Here's the child's voice lost its self-possessed note and became falteringly human. Poor aunt always thinks that they will come back some day, they and the little brown spaniel that was lost with them, and walk in at that window just as they used to do. That is why the window is kept open every evening till it is quite dusk. Poor dear aunt, she has often told me how they went out, her husband with his white waterproof coat over his arm, and Ronnie, her youngest brother, singing Bertie, why do you bound, as he always did to tease her because she said it got on her nerves. Do you know, sometimes on still quiet evenings like this, I almost get a creepy feeling that they will all walk in through that window. It does. Veera explains. Veera समझाती है how 3 years ago her aunt's husband and two young brothers exited through that window to go snipe shooting. वीरा समझाती है कैसे 3 साल पहले उसकी आंट के हस्बैंड और दो भाई कैसे उस विंडो के द्वारा स्नाइप शूटिंग के लिए गए थे। वह समर का महीना था और रेनी था एंड ऑल थ्री ऑफ द men drowned in a bog while on their hunt. Tragically, nobody recovered the bodies since that day. Her aunt has kept the window open during the evening, ever hopeful that her husband and brothers will one day return, hunting dog in a tow, and walk back in through the window. आंट अभी तक इसीलिए विंडो को खुला रखती है कि वो हमेशा आशा लगाए रहती है कि एक दिन वो लोग तीनों और उनका डॉग स्पेनियल वो लोग इसी विंडो के द्वारा अंदर आएंगे, वापस आएंगे। वीरा रिकाउंट्स द मेमोरीज हर आंट शेयर्ड ऑफ द हंटिंग ट्रायो। Mr. Sapleton's white raincoat slung over his arm, the sound of her younger brother Ronnie teasingly singing to her Bertie, why do you bound? Veera finishes the tragic tale by confessing that on occasion she gets an eerie feeling that the men will actually appear at the window. Children, did you understand? Bertie, why do you bound? Bound means jump, but here in this story, it means a person whose behavior is unpleasant to other people. वीरा अपनी आंट की कुछ यादें शेयर करती है कि जो मिस्टर सेपलेटॉन थे वो वाइट रेनकोट अपने आर्म पे लटका के जाते थे और उसका जो यंगर ब्रदर रॉनी था वो हमेशा गाना गा के उसे चिढ़ाता था, बर्टी वाई डू यू बाउंड। Now Veera finishes the tragic tale by confessing that on occasion she gets an eerie feeling that the men will actually appear at the window. अब वो बताती है कि वीरा कि उसे लगता है कि वो लोग एक दिन इसी विंडो के द्वारा आएंगे। She broke off with a little shudder. Shudder means shiver. It was a relief to Frampton when the aunt bustled into the room with a whirl of apologies for being late in making her appearance. I hope Veera has been amusing you, she said. She has been very interesting, said Frampton. I hope you don't mind the open window, said Mrs. Sapleton briskly. My husband and brothers will be home directly from shooting, and they always come in this way. They have been out for snipe in the marshes today, so they'll make a fine mess over my poor carpet, so like you menfolk, isn't it? Just as Veera finishes her story, Mrs. Sapleton enters. She immediately apologizes for the open window and explains that she's left it open for her husband and brothers who should soon return from shooting. She expects that they will dirty her floors with their muddy shoes, paying very little attention to her guest. Mrs. Sapleton continues to talk about shooting, lamenting how few snipe there are this season and expressing hope that winter will bring a healthy supply of ducks. Thank you, children.